Hello there, out in YouTube land, and welcome back to the channel Kev's Kitchen live. Well, not live, but you know what I mean. I'm going to be cooking for you something very, very special, and I'm going to lay down a challenge to all you people out there in YouTube land. Can you find this recipe in a cookbook? I don't think you will. You might, but it might not be exactly like this one. So this is something really, really special. So me, I'm sort of created it in my brain. So if you stay tuned, you're going to come up with something amazing. Great comfort food, just lovely on the tongue. It's not really for the vegetarians, although you could take out a few bits and pieces and then it could. So you could morph it into a veggie dish if you want. It's my take on a tuna bacon mix sort of meat pie. So yeah, it's different, eh? So got a pan on, got my favourite oil, and for those of you that have watched my videos before, you will know I like the old rapeseed, really nice. Got the pan on, and we got all of our ingredients here. I've done quite a bit off the air so that you're not bored to tears, because I know what it's like when someone's just jumping there, you know. Come on, get on with it, get on with it. So here we are. So what I'll go through is go through everything I've got here whilst the pan is heating up. So in here we have mixed peppers, red onion, and a chopped chilli, just the one red chopped chilli. That's all chopped up in there, nicely finely chopped. In here is a little meat section, and I've got bacon, I've got some salami, and I've got some pepperoni in there. That's back bacon, and I cut as much fat off as I could. In here we have some tomatoes which I've blended, and I've added the herbs, which I'm going to show you in a minute, into that as well, ready to go. So that's extra tomato. I have also got a tin of tomatoes. This is a plain one. This has got peppers and chili in it. So if you can pick up one with a little bit of extra bits in it, you can get plain one though, tin tomatoes. Very good. And I've got 2 tins of tuna. Now the one I like is the one in sunflower oil. But you don't have to get that one. You can just get tuna in brine or whatever, whichever you like, and just mix it up. And I've added a bit of pepper in there. Right, and now we'll just turn it off because that'll get too hot otherwise, whilst I'm talking you through all the bits and pieces. Okay, so garlic. Now I'm going to go through the easy garlic this time because it's just easier. Sorry the pun. I've got some black pepper. I've got some mixed herbs. Some oregano. One of my favourite bad boys. This is the spicy Italian. That might be difficult to get hold of, but if you go to one of the mainstream places, you'll probably see it in the spices section. But yeah, that can be difficult to get hold of. But that is fantastic, by the way. So if you see it, don't get just one, get a couple. Fantastic. Bone of contention, I know, but I do like a bit of sprinkle of aromat, and we'll probably put some pepper. And when we do the potatoes, because there's potatoes just on the back here, can't really see them, but I've had 2. I haven't got a really big pan. It's just basic kitchen in there. So I've got 2 small pans, but full of potatoes, which I've freshly bought the other day, and they've been boiling away, so they're near enough ready to go mashed up. All right, and I've got an actual mountain of cheese to go in with that. And I'll be putting butter, salt and pepper in with that and make a nice cheesy potato, which will go on the top of my, right, we're going to make it like a ragu now. So first things first in this pan, we're just going to turn that heat down a little bit. I just love gas, don't you? First things we're going to put in is some garlic. Sprinkle my herbs in. That's the mixed herbs going in. Oregano. And the Italian. get those in now, start cooking those, and straight away in goes all your mixed peppers and onions. Right, that goes all in last. And we're going to give that a bit of a stir fry. My favourite spatula. And for those, I have washed my hands. Again, make sure you got nice clean hands. So we're going to cook this. Going to turn the heat back up now. Cook this for about maybe 6 minutes. I want to soften it all up. Okay. So I'll be covering this in a minute. And then what I can probably do whilst this is cooking is I can mash my potatoes ready to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move it on to the bigger one. Get to generate a little bit more heat. So I just moved it onto so I can really put some heat into it. So how you doing out there in YouTube land? You doing okay? Good, good. Well, I hope you're doing okay. You know, I know times are hard these days. What was going on in our country. We don't want to be talking about that now, do we? Because everybody else is talking about it, and let's get something light and fluffy going on, shall we? Something nice. Something nice to get your big chops around during the winter time, because this is a great winter dish. The accompaniments I would say with this would be like a flatbread or garlic bread. You could have a salad with it, but it's winter in it, so we don't worry about that. We'll have some bread with it. We'll have some flatbread or whatever bread you've got really. But yeah, you don't really need much with it. It's a meal on its own. So, but whatever you want to add with it, you can. Trust me, if you follow this recipe, I'd like to find out if anyone can out there in YouTube land, go through your books, your cookbooks, or maybe tap it online and see if you can find this recipe. And if you can, drop it in the notes, send me a link, because I don't think it's out there. I don't know, but I didn't follow this recipe. This is something I created because many years ago, we're talking 20 odd years maybe, I went for a meal in Bristol, really nice Italian, and I had a bacon and tuna pasta dish, which was okay, you know, it was alright, but it got me thinking that tuna and bacon, quite a nice things to put together. What if you morphed it a bit and changed it up? And that's what this dish actually came from. So I have changed it over the years. I've added a bit of extra, so the extra meats, the bacon and the chorizo, and I'll put chorizo in there sometimes if you haven't got salami. Well, I bought some salami, so I'll put that in there. You want those nice sugary, salty meats to balance out all the bland peppers that are in there. Okay. So I just put a cover, just a little lid. Right. That'll soften those peppers up, because this takes about altogether, including the baking bit where we whack it in the oven, takes about an hour-ish, roughly. I mean, you can do that in the potatoes. If you do this, you know, I've been sort of like multitasking. I know that's very difficult for you ladies to accept, that a man can multitask, but believe you me, it is possible. I know it's taxing for us men, but we are capable of doing it. Just need a push. Okay? Nice gentle push, by the way, ladies, please. Okay. Right. So I'm just looking to see whether or not this is softened up. Okay, looks like it's softened up enough. So I'll just pull it towards me. And you can see that. It's a nice colours, isn't it? Eh? There's all those lovely peppers. So to that, I'm just going to add my tomato mix. And all my meats go in there as well. And what those meats, they'll cook in the juices. Right, that's what we want. Well, I'll tell you what I've forgotten, which I can do right now, is I've forgotten the mushrooms. We've got mushrooms going in here as well, believe it or not. Yeah, all sorts are going in here, Kev. And I got some, I went into the shops the other day and they had these on special, so I thought they'd be alright. That's some chestnut mushrooms. Alright. But looking at this, to be honest with you, I don't know if the mushrooms are going to fit. So, you might have to forego the mushrooms. Although saying that, they do shrink down, don't they? So, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just whack a few in. That's if I can find me chopping blade. I got my favourite knife. Talk about yourselves out there. Oh, sorry, I'm turning my back to you. I know it's not. It's very rude. But honestly, it won't be too long. So bear with me. I'm just gonna. This isn't one of your, you know, Saturday afternoon channels on BBC One where they've got everything prepared and it goes all seamlessly. Things go wrong in this kitchen because it's more real. Okay, so bear with me. It won't be long, honest. Okay, that'll be enough. So we've got some mushrooms and they can go in there as well. Boom. And last but not least, the chopped chopped tomatoes, tin of chopped tomatoes. I'm going to spill that out and put it in the recycle, do my bit. Give that a good old stir. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. And then on top of that, I'm just going to re-add the same herbs and spices. The oregano is going in, the mixed herbs, the Italian spice, and pepper, some aromat and a bit of pepper. You might notice I'm not putting any salt in. Well, the bacon, chicken and salami are quite salty meats, so they should release enough, and the aromat as well is salty, so you shouldn't have to add any salt really. But you can, you can add salt at the end if you need, but always be careful with salt, because once you've added it, it's very difficult to take it away. You can get it over salty and it's almost impossible to rescue. So I'm just mixing it all together, and I will show you in a minute. Okay. You're so demanding, YouTube. Be patient, okay? Okay, I'm just going to come and show you. Ooh. Okay, right, see that? So that's a nice ragu we got me mixed up there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to turn the heat down. And then I'm going to use my lid, I'm going to cover it. And I'm going to let that bubble away for about 20 minutes. And I'll stir in occasionally, 20-25 minutes, stir in occasionally. And whilst that's doing that, I can tidy up and do my mashed potato. And what I'll do is I'll come up with the second part when we're going to be putting it together to make the pie and then whacking it in the oven. And finally, when it's done, I'll come back with a reveal. So you have to come back for the second part and then the third part. If that's okay with you. If you've got nothing else to do, if you're busy, then, maybe you can catch up later, okay? But in order to do that, you need to like and subscribe, don't you? That's what you need to do. So press those buttons. It's free and it just helps me grow my channel more and more and more. Please do that. Thank you. Right, enough of that. And I'll tell you what we've forgotten whilst we were chatting away is the tuna. But that can go in there. Someone's shouting at the screen, Kev, you forgot the tuna! Well, yeah, you're right, I did. So, but anyway, that goes in there. Okay. Just bring that forward so I can stir that in. Fancy forgetting that. See, I was so focused on giving you such good content that I forgot to put the tuna in. Oh dear. Here we go. So the tuna's going in, mixing it all in, making that lovely ragu. And what we'll do, once we've cooked it for 35 minutes, then we'll give it a bit of a taste. It's not good giving it a taste now because it hasn't properly come together, and all those herbs and that we've added in haven't really released their flavours yet. So, I mean, you could give it a taste now, but it isn't going to be anything like the final, what it's going to be like at the end. So I suggest, I mean, you could do if you wanted to, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to not taste it yet. So that's going on, and I'm going to, as I say, cook it for about 30 to 35 minutes, stirring occasionally, and that should give you that fantastic base ready for the cheesy potato topping to go on top. Okay, so come back later and we'll see how we're getting on. Okay, thanks.